Carrie has been navigating life as a grief-stricken widow in the first 4 episodes of And Just Like That. And on Thursday's episode of the eagerly anticipated Sex and the City reboot, named Tragically Hip, Lucy Sarah Jessica Parker's character Mrs. Preston, née Bradshaw, face up to her health woes, as she is forced to undergo surgery on her hip after being left in agony over a congenital condition. During her recovery, attention turns to married Miranda's sexuality once again, as the esteemed lawyer, played by Cynthia Nixon, is seen in an incredibly steamy, extramarital sex scene with Carrie's boss, while Charlotte's story arc continues to follow Kristen Davis' character coming to terms with her daughter's identity. The episode opens with Carrie headed into the classic brownstone she's had forever alongside real estate agent Seema Patel, played by Sarita Chowdhury, with whom Carrie is forming a friendship. Carrie grabs an umbrella to help her get up the stairs of the apartment SAC fans have come to know and love, a setting we never saw in the 6 series and 2 movies, leading to shock from Seema. She said, "What the hell are you doing?" As Carrie explained, "It's just my lower back, sometimes I need a little help getting up the stairs," as Seema responds, "A little help? You're using an umbrella as a cane." Once she managed her tortured walk up the stairs, Carrie shows Seema into the apartment and says, "The internet says I have old lady back," yet Seema bites, "The internet is for perverts, what does your orthopedist say?" More videos 1, 2, 3 Watch video Katharine McPhee plays footsie with her 10-month-old son Rennie. Watch video Meryl Streep bears it all as she stars in Don't Look Up. Watch video Demi Rose puts on eye-popping display as she flaunts ample cleavage. Watch video Take a look at properties from Britain's most expensive houses. Watch video Nick Cannon amazed at his daughter's intelligence quizzing her. Watch video Tom Cruise sends Ohio State University marching band a message. Watch video Wurzel Gummidge as Lee asks female reporter, "Have you ever seen a penduline tit?" Watch video Mel B makes an appearance on The Voice Kids to support Mel C. Watch video Paris Hilton and Carter Reum Christmas shop as husband and wife. Watch video Jennifer Garner prepares beef bourguignon stew for Christmas. Watch video Mom and child removed from Applebee's for not having vaccine card. Watch video family stunned after their dog almost destroys their tree. Angel Carrie admits she does not have an orthopedist, claiming the problem is merely a side effect of age, yet Seema makes her concern known and arranges an appointment for Carrie with her cousin. She insists there is no urgency to the problem and shows her heat patches as a remedy. Seema says, "Chop chop grandma, he will see you in an hour," before the scene shoots to Carrie in a hospital gown waiting to see Seema's cousin, who arrives while she insists she has old lady syndrome. After viewing her notes, the medical professional replies, "I'm sorry if my medical degree contradicts Google's algorithm, but you have an undiagnosed birth defect and after surgery I can fix you in no time." It is then celebration time for Carrie, as she heads to lunch with Charlotte, Miranda, and Anthony Marantino, played by Mario Cantoni, rejoices in the fact that she is not an old lady as her problem is nothing to do with age. Her pals tease her over her archaeological bones and insist that despite her problem being congenital, hip problems point to old age. Charlotte shows her plans for a recovery plan for the patient. Miranda's issue with alcohol rears its head once again while Charlotte makes her concern known, after the former orders champagne to celebrate Carrie's news, yet Charlotte states, "It's not even 12:30. Charlotte's life as a school mom returns, as she is seen on Zoom with her fellow moms, including Lisa, played by Nicole Parker. Charlotte is left embarrassed when she is informed of a big change in her daughter's life. Having previously spoken to her mother about struggles with her gender identity, Charlotte discovers her daughter Rose has changed her name to Rocket School and not informed her. She confronts the teen while she is playing video games with Harry, and then reveals she announced the news on TikTok, much to Charlotte's disdain and Harry's confusion. Charlotte exclaims, "So let me get this straight, everyone at school is calling you Rock?" As the scene shoots to Miranda, she is seen unpacking piles of Amazon parcels, including a package for her son Brady's girlfriend Louisa, played by Chris Aquino, containing lubricant. She then opens a package containing Holly Whitaker's 2019 book Quit Like a Woman, the radical choice to not drink in a culture obsessed with alcohol, and comes over extremely embarrassed. She then claims the book was mistakenly sent her way. A shot of Carrie tube socks and Birkenstocks is then shot as she awaits her appointment at the hospital alongside Miranda. While discussing her uncharacteristic shoes, Miranda then announces news of her new book. Seemingly furious at Charlotte's squall, she tells Carrie, "She didn't even have the balls to tell me she sent it. She just Amazon'd me. She could at least have included a gift note. Did you see the face she made when I ordered champagne at lunch? And at chess concert she was like Miranda. That's 3 cocktails." As she insists she doesn't have a problem, she debates sending Charlotte a book How to Get a Stick Out of Her Ass, before heading off to grab a pre-surgery coffee. Carrie is then seen resting in the hospital bed while Charlotte and Miranda sit either side. Charlotte begins questioning Miranda on her younger years as a tomboy, as her concern for Rose/Rock seems to grow. As the patient awakes, she realizes she needs to use the toilet yet cannot wait for a nurse, so Miranda and Charlotte frantically search for a bedpan before lifting a drugged-up Carrie out of bed to head to the toilet. While Carrie uses Charlotte as her aide on the toilet, her phone rings and Miranda notes the call is from Carrie's podcast boss Che Diaz, played by Sarah Ramirez, with whom Miranda previously shared an intimate moment. After inviting her up the hospital room, Carrie insists she does not want more people seeing her in pain, as she demands Miranda go to Che to stop her visit, leading to Miranda enjoying food in the hospital lobby. Che, a non-binary comedian, then spoke to Miranda about her health woes and her experience with coming out to her family, which previously made her feel emotionally constipated. Carrie is ferried home in the back of a van from Anthony's Hot Fellas food business and is lifted into her home by one of the buff employees from the company, while she eats a whole baguette. Returning to work, Carrie makes a remote appearance on Chess Podcast, where she spoke of her good friends. She recalled the time Samantha, Kim Cattrall's character who has not returned for the reboot, removed her stuck diaphragm in a memorable early episode of the show. Carrie recalls, "It was really stuck, like she was up in there for a minute." Her co-stars exclaim, "Boundaries Carrie," following their previous demands that she turn up the heat more on the podcast. Charlotte looks on in concern yet then helps Carrie, who is on crutches, to get back into bed, where she delightedly says, "I think him getting a hang of the podcast thing." Charlotte voices her worries about using Samantha's name on the podcast. While Carrie states, "There are a lot of Samanthas out there," yet Charlotte points out she used her last name. Carrie insists she is allowed to tell the story as it's about her vagina. She says, this podcast is not on her radar, she's off in London. Referencing Samantha's London fame, Charlotte then says, "Yeah, but I read the Daily Mail, I just think she'd be upset, that's all, and that way if someone else tells her she won't be surprised." Charlotte is then seen at school discussing Rose/Rock's new name, with Harry unhappy that they were not alerted to the change in her name, while the teachers unveiled the news that she is non-binary. The teachers offer options for therapy. Harry points out that she is only 12 so cannot make these decisions. He then laments the horrible experience of learning about his daughter from someone else. As Carrie sleeps at her apartment in an opioid nap under Miranda's caring eye, Che arrives and begins downing tequila shots with Miranda as well as sparking up a joint. Sparks fly between the duo. Appearing bleary-eyed, she then shares a steamy kiss with Che while Carrie awakes next door. Any questions over her sexuality seem to be answered as Che places her hands up Miranda's top and down her trousers. Carrie sees the duo's passionate moment and is forced to make her way to the toilet alone, using a Snapple bottle beside her bed. Miranda tells Che, "That was the best feeling I've ever felt in my life" before the duo continue their steamy moment. As Che departs to attend a comedy show, Miranda is left horrified as she realizes Carrie is awake. Carrie says, "My nap was wonderful, up until I woke up to see my best friend in the kitchen having sex with my boss. And I went myself in the bed because there was no one to help me to the bathroom." Miranda helps change her sheets while profusely apologizing. Carrie states, "What is going on with you? Why are you doing shots in the afternoon and my apartment reeks of pot and my bed is soaked in pee?" After attempting to change the sheets Carrie is lying on, Miranda is apologetic and jokes, "No more tequila for me." A pained Carrie exclaims, "You said you'd be here for me and you weren't. I peed in a Diet Peach Snapple bottle." Maybe Charlotte was right, maybe you do have a drinking problem. Miranda insists, "I don't have a drinking problem, I just got carried away," to which Carrie states, "You are married and you just had sex in my kitchen." In a heartbreaking admission, Miranda replies, "I'm unhappy. Okay? I'm trapped. I hate my marriage, I hate my life. Since forever. What would I say? That I don't want to be this person anymore." As Carrie urges Miranda to speak about her problems, she urges Miranda to look into her drinking, which she blames on carrying on after the excesses of the pandemic. When Carrie asks about her op, Miranda utters, "I've never felt like that in my life." Samantha's absence once again comes into focus, as Carrie is seen sending the text Charlotte suggested. She pens, "Hi. Long story short. I wanted to let you know, I mentioned that you pulled out my diaphragm on podcast." Samantha is seen typing and replies, "One of my finest hours," while Carrie pens, "Hope that's okay," and Samantha cheekily pens, "Of course. Glad your vagina is getting airtime." When Carrie expresses that she misses Samantha, she begins typing a reply, then stops. Miranda gets to work making a Negroni cocktail and listening to Che on her phone, yet then receives an email showing she herself drunk ordered the book on sobriety. Seemingly embracing her problem, she is seen pouring away both her cocktails and the ingredients. Carrie returns to hospital alongside Charlotte, who is seeking advice on Rose/Rock's crisis. She muses over whether she is overreacting, before being comforted by her best pal as she breaks down in tears. As Carrie's hunky physical therapist Travis enters the scene, the injured writer seems in shock at his good looks, before he asks about her long-term physical goals, which are to get back into heels. A deep lower body massage is then offered before Carrie's bubble is swiftly burst when she learns her insurance does not cover Travis and she is instead offered a wholly less irresistible trainer. She then states, "I'm willing to pay out of pocket." As the episode rounds out, Carrie is seen slipping into a pair of vertiginous heels in her closet and says, "And just like that. 3 months later, I was back in heels. And just like that." Airs on HBO Max, Now TV and Sky Comedy on Thursdays. More videos. 1 2 3 Watch video. Katharine McPhee plays footsie with her 10-month-old son Rennie. Watch video. Meryl Streep bears it all as she stars in Don't Look Up. Watch video. Demi Rose puts on eye-popping display as she flaunts ample cleavage. Watch video. Take a look at properties from Britain's most expensive houses. Watch video. Nick Cannon amazed at his daughter's intelligence quizzing her. Watch video. Tom Cruise sends Ohio State University marching band a message. Watch video. Wurzel Gummidge's Lee asks female reporter, "Have you ever seen a pendulum yet?" Watch video. Mel B makes an appearance on The Voice Kids to support Mel C. Watch video. Paris Hilton and Carter Reum Christmas shop as husband and wife. Watch video. Jennifer Garner prepares beef bourguignon stew for Christmas. Watch video. Mom and child removed from Applebee's for not having vaccine card. Watch video. Family stunned after their dog almost destroys their tree angel.